Hi, so today around about at 9:20 a.m. in the morning, I tweeted that can Titan break the all-time high today, which was 1620 at that point of time, and it was trading at around 1610. So you see, this is a 1 minute chart, and here at 9:20, it was at 610, right? So this video is trying to understand why this 1610 was important, and why some 2 days ago on 31st of May I told that Titan is going to give a breakout very soon. So let's try to understand what happened with Titan. So this is a hourly chart, so I have opened for Titan, and or rather let's go for a daily chart, right? And so this is a chart which actually shows a very interesting pattern which was emerging starting from the starting of December last year, and then it was trading in this narrow zone, right? And today it gave a breakout and went till 1698, which is near 700 levels, right? So why did I tweet on 31st of May, that was on this day, that very soon this particular all-time high would get broken, and how I understood this? So let's try to understand. So as we can see in the chart, since December it was in this particular zone, and it was just range bound for a huge number of weeks, and at least for 4 months. It tried in the month of January and made a new high of 1620, but then it didn't sustain and it fell. And again in this last month, that's in April, no, month before that, in April, it also tried to make a 1620, but it again failed, right? But this time you see, this gives a very good understanding, and this is also the same pattern which we have actually seen in one of the videos which I created yesterday for KEI Industries, that when it's is in the upper zone, that is near the supply, but it's not falling down. See, in the previous instances, when it went for this particular zone, there was immediate selling which came in 1 or 2 sessions. Similarly over here also immediate selling came and it fell. I was pretty much confident on this particular day that the breakout will come, but I remember this red candle was formed on the next day, and this was on 12th of April, and this was because the new lockdown restrictions were placed because of corona in India, and as a result of which the momentum was lost. So theoretically this was also a failed attempt. But what happened just on 26th of May, right? It went for this 1614 levels, and then there was a sell-off, but after 4-5 sessions it was still consolidating between this 1580, 1570 and 1600 zones. And this is exactly why on 31st I tweeted when this green candle was formed, because I was trying to see if a green candle with a significant body comes in between, and this came on 31st, stating that this particular level is going to break, right? And so I was actually eyeing this level, and we were lucky that in 2 sessions we were able to get the much needed breakout in Titan Industries. So the first thing is, of course, the market sentiment is good. The second thing is the market sentiment for the Titan company, because of lockdown restrictions being removed right now, is good, right? So as a result of which there were a lot of tailwinds, but none of the headwinds are there, right? On the top of that, let's see and let's try to understand why this 1610 level, which I mentioned in the morning today, was so important, and why it was taken out with such a rigor that it shot up to 1650. If you look into the 1 minute chart, or let's go for a 5 minute chart right here. So here it was in 1610 and it ended up in 1653, 52, right? And this is a single which everything happened in 5 minutes, and this is our actually a confirmation which gives the confirmation of the breakout, right, which gives a very good signal that there are a lot of interest for this particular script. And when such a huge green candle is formed together with, you see, a volume is there, so these actually are very good signs. So if you look into a 1 hour chart, or rather go for our daily chart analysis, which we were doing, so why was 1610 so important? So let's draw a particular line, then maybe we will be able to understand of what's happened, why 1610 was so important, right? So one of the patterns which we discussed right now is this particular pattern. So it was more of a flag pattern, and now inside this particular there was also another immediate pattern which was forming, and it was this one. So basically this is also a flag pattern, so it's a pattern inside another pattern, and this is the level. So if we actually zoom to 1 minute chart, say for example, and if we try to find what happened over there, I don't know why it's not getting sure. Okay, 5 minute chart, what about that? So it's actually one of the restrictions, I don't understand. 15 minute, okay, yeah. So the 15 minute is good. So here you can see the small flag, which was again a range bound trade, which was happening since 26th of this month, as we saw, and this particular level is 1610.6, right? So let's draw a horizontal line on this one, and is this particular level of 1610, and hence I was actually explicitly looking, rather I had my automated algo trades which were already initiating a long trade at 1610 levels, and the stop loss was definitely over here. Sorry, was definitely as soon as this flag towards this end, you can put it in 1560 levels. So you see that this is the reason why I tweeted that 1610 or is so important. And once the 1610 was taken, now let's switch to 1 hour chart. This is what I wanted to show. So once the 1610 was taken, then there were series of this big green candles. There was a consolidation over here, and this was one of the good trades which happened. And so it's you see, if you were able to see, first thing is, since it was in this particular range, so 1570 was a very good SIP level. And I also mentioned on 27th in Twitter that 1580, actually I created some shorts, I remember, on this particular day, right? Yeah, in this particular day I created some shorts in which I was tracking, because my understanding was this was once this level was tested, and this was the second time, so I thought this was the third time, as a result of which I created intraday shorts at 1605 1606 levels, and I closed it at 1580. And when I closed it, I also said that this is actually one of the trades which went good on that particular day. And then I was expecting it to fall below this level of 1540 1550 level, but it never came, and for 2-3 days it was again trying to go for 1606 and failing, and then again 1608, but closed at below 1600. And this, but you see, even though it was in this narrow zone, there was no particular volume, as a result of which it seems like this is a zone where nothing important is happening. The buyers are just waiting for the dip, and or rather for this breakout, and the sellers, they are also not interested in selling, as a result of which within a very short frame this particular breakout came, and we were lucky to get till 1700. That's a good 90 points move. That's a 5%, more than 5% for this particular script. So it was a lucky trade, and trades like this should be analyzed. And the advantage of why this breakout happened, or why this breakout was something which was a very easy trade for any trader, is because of this particular consolidation in the range which was happening over a period of 4 months. So though Nifty was moving, but Titan was still stuck in this zone, and hence this is something which will which should always be in your tracker for taking trades. So any script which has been consolidating should be in your tracker. Now, of course, there can be some faults. Many a times you will see that in this flag patterns, normally you would see there's a dip, but as soon as it again enters this particular zone, so you should then cover your shorts or take new positions. So yeah, guys, this is all about how Titan came into my radar, and this should also explain why my tweet from this morning, where I said that can Titan break the all-time high today, and so this was the actual understanding which went in. Now, what would be the future of Titan? I think if any one of you are actually interested in understanding this, the answer lies itself in this chart. So I think it's up to you to do this homework of yours and try to see what would be the next move in Titan. So thanks a lot for listening. That's all for now. Tata.